So, I'm listening to your video here, and basically the couple of points that you're making that I hear over and over and over again from people that call themselves feminists is that the people that are criticizing feminism don't understand feminism, that they don't get the fact that it's actually really honestly an egalitarian thing that's, you know, we're all trying to get along, and all. That's complete and utter bullshit. It's never been true. It's not true now, and it never has been. People understand feminism just fine. That's why we all think you're a bunch of man-hating lesbians. I'm sorry, that's just the facts, okay? You can define feminism however you want, and you can tell everybody that it doesn't do this or it does do that or whatever, but the simple fact of the matter is that certain things have been done in the name of women and feminism for the last 40 years, most of which have turned out to be an absolute fucking disaster, both for men and for society. But, you know, women got a few more bucks out of it, even though they're all 40 and childless and not married and wondering where the hell all the guys are. These things happen, I suppose, an unintended side effect. Basically what it boils down to is you can feel that feminism is mischaracterized and you can feel that feminism is misunderstood all you want. It's just the way things are. The whole world doesn't come by the same fucking conclusion by accident or because we're all told the wrong thing on a Saturday afternoon. Give me a fucking break. Here's what it boils down to. Feminists are complaining about an imaginary wage gap that really doesn't exist, even though women spend over 80% of the amount of money that's spent yearly on discretionary spending. 80% or so of that is just women spending that, but you know, they're all poor and oppressed and downtrodden and all the rest of that. You take twisted fucking statistics that have no basis on reality, you misrepresent even those, and you almost get something that makes sense. If you actually were to do controls for example, how many hours in the home and outside the home both sexes work, universally, men work more than women. Every single study ever done that takes everything into account says the same thing. Here's a little aside for you, though. When you're actually looking at these things, you have to find a study where they classify things like changing the oil on the car, mowing the lawn, fixing the furnace or the roof. All those little things are actually counted as housework because that's how they got around it the first time. Basically, dishonest, completely misleading statistics are used to justify people like you feeling bigoted towards men. If you want to justify your biases and your prejudices, that's all fine and good. But don't sit there and fucking tell me that I have to too. You may think that feminism is about equality. You're going to find out eventually either A, most people don't agree with you, or B, you don't agree with you. Eventually, that's going to happen. Here's what guys deal with. Men have no parental rights. Men have no reproductive rights. We have no right to due process when it comes to family court, or if we're ever accused of things like rape or what have you. We get demonized in the media constantly. We have to defend ourselves against blanket accusations of being a rapist, both on TV and online and on YouTube and in general public out there. We also have to convince people that we got a right to be considered as humans. I mean, if we actually make a complaint, people just say we're whining and completely disregard everything we have to say. And that includes you feminists, by the way, more so than anyone else. We actually have a need to defend ourselves for defending ourselves. Feminism has nothing to do with equality. It never has. It is about hating men. It is about stripping them of anything resembling power. It is about trying to subjugate them to women. And it is about convincing women that it's okay to treat men this way. And all people who take on the label of feminist are supporting this ideology. Feminism is constantly being revised to escape criticism, not for anything egalitarian. If feminism is so humanist in nature, explain to me what they've done for men. Anything? Has feminism ever done anything for men? No, I don't think so. I advocate for men. You, as a woman, have benefited from 40 years of feminist-dominated gender discussions. And now that men are actually able to get their viewpoints across, feminists have done their level best to silence men everywhere. Totalitarianism. Pure and simple. There is nothing inclusive about it. You need to understand the nature and the objection of feminism. It's a blight that must be eradicated, wholesale. That's it. There is no redeeming quality to feminism.